What's up guys, and Furnape here. Now I'm going to be making a very quick video because I'm planning a really big video for a few days time and I don't know how much room my iPad has got left, so I'm going to make this as brief as I can. I'm going to be going over the best team for Fire Red and Leaf Green. If you haven't seen all of the previous best team series, I highly recommend you should, so that way you know what a best team series is. Basically, it's where I go over what I think is the best team to use in a specific game, this being Fire Red and Leaf Green. So I'm going to be going over what autumn team I think is the best to take on the Elite Four, the Gym Challenge, the Evil Team, and a Champion. So I hope you're going to be looking forward to it. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you agree with this video, if you would change any of the members of the team, and if you have your own best team, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, now we're going to kick things off the starter Pokemon, and the starter Pokemon to pick is Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Personally, I think the best Pokemon to pick is Bulbasaur, and then later on evolve it into a Venusaur. Venusaur is here because it's definitely the best starter to pick, because Charmander can't do anything against the gym leaders or the Elite Four or the Champion or the Evil Team. Squirtle's probably the next best option, but I really wouldn't recommend using Squirtle because it's just not that good compared to Venusaur. So I would highly recommend that you go with Bulbasaur and go with Venusaur. But it's actually really good because it can learn many different types of moves, and it's also got really good stats. Like if you look at it, special attack, special defense, and attack stat, it's actually pretty respectable considering it's a grass type. For Venusaur's moveset, I would recommend Razor Leaf, Sludge Bomb, because those two are stab moves, Earthquake for any fire types you might encounter, and Frenzy Plant because we need a really hard-hitting grass-type moves in case Razor Leaf doesn't do the job. Usually now, I would go over what are this Pokemon is good against in the game, but I don't really have enough time just in case my iPad says your storage is full. So, trust me on this, it's a good moveset. Alright, now we're going to be moving on into the proper team building. Now, this Pokemon's actually quite easy to get, and it's not too far from Pallet Town. That being Fearow. Now, for this game, we definitely need a flyer, like all in Pokemon games. Well, apart from some of the newer ones where you don't really need one. But still, it's fun to have. Like, in the old Pokemon games, you definitely need a flyer because it's not fun dragging a flying-type Pokemon in and out of your party just so you can fly to a certain location. So that's why I would definitely recommend having a Fearow, because not only is it really powerful, it can learn some dope moves to go along with the team. If you can hear barking, I apologise, my dogs won't shut up. Still, Fearow is a fun Pokemon to have because not only of its great stats, it can actually help you out in certain situations, and most of all, has dope moves. Okay, now for Fearow's moves. For his moveset, I'd recommend Drill, Peck, and Fly for stab moves, Hyper Beam for stab moves and for hard-hitting attacks, and Steel Wing and coverage against rock and ice-type Pokemon. Okay, now we'll be moving on to the third member of the team. We're actually going to keep this team for a little while, because combination of Bulbasaur and Fearow in one is pretty powerful for the majority of the game. But then we go to Celadon City. We're going to go cut up that little Eevee that's caught in that department store, or whatever it's called. And back then, we had 3 options to evolve it into, because we're definitely not going to keep Eevee as it is. So that means you can evolve it into either Jolteon, Flareon, or Vaporeon. We're going to go with Jolteon. Now, Jolteon is definitely a must because Raichu just isn't going to cut it, because Jolteon has a better special attack and better speed stat. Not to mention, it can learn so many other great moves. Plus, it's also handy to have an electric type in the game in case you come across any water type or flying types. Especially the flying types, because flying types are everywhere in the game. For Jolteon's moveset, I would go with Thunderbolt and Thunder for stab, Double Kick for coverage, and Rain Dance, so that way you can up the power of the water type that we're going to talk about later on in the video. And it's also helpful for Thunder because it's when Thunder activates, it's a sure hit thing. Now for the fourth member of the team, we're going to be using one of my favourite Pokemon of all time. And it is definitely a really powerful Pokemon to have on any team. The fat blob himself, Snorlax! No matter what game that Snorlax is available in, it is amazing to have because it's very powerful, it's very diverse, and it has so many good moves to have on hand. Like, if you want to have a Snorlax, you have 2 opportunities to get it, but you need to have the Pokeflute, and very good luck. Because it's definitely very hard to catch. Like, it took me so many attempts to capture a Snorlax. It's definitely hard to get. Like, I would definitely recommend paralyzing it, making it fall asleep, one of those 2 options, and throw as many Great Balls or Ultra Balls as you can until it's captured. That's literally what I did. Fun fact for you, one time it actually took my last Great Ball to catch it. It was really stressful. Okay, for Snorlax, it's basically the Pokemon that's going to cover the majority of the game. So we're going to give it a very wacky moveset. For Snorlax's moveset, we're going to give it Body Slam for stab, we're going to give it Shadow Ball for coverage against Ghost types, Focus Punch against Rock types, and Flamethrower for pretty much everything else. Alright, now to move on to the 5th member of the team, we're going to need a Ground type. And there's definitely one Ground type and one Ground type only that I would recommend you use. And that is the most powerful Ground type in the game, apart from Golem, Rhydon! Now, Rhydon is definitely a must for this team. Like, if any of you now are watching this and trying to figure out what Pokemon to have, I would definitely recommend Rhydon, because it can take on so many people. Like, it's definitely the best Pokemon to have if you are taking on electric types or poison types. So, it's pretty much going to destroy Team Rocket. If you want to capture a Rhyhorn and then later on evolve it into Rhydon, go to the Safari Zone and get lucky. For Rhydon's moveset, I would recommend Earthquake and Rock Slide for stab, Brick Break for coverage against any rock types that have the added bonus of being ground types, and Double Edge for a very hard-hitting move. Okay, for the final member of the team, we need a Water type. That is definitely a must, because Water types are definitely a must for this game, because you need to serve all around the region, and I've definitely come up with the best Water type option. That being Lapras. I was considering doing Gyarados, but as soon as I remembered that Lapras is also part Ice type, I instantly changed my mind. Because Lapras is literally the Dragon Killer. Like, if you want to destroy Lance, this is the Pokemon to use, Lapras. If you don't know how to get a Lapras, you get one at Silphco when you take on Team Rocket. I would recommend getting it as early as possible. So that way you can give it a chance to level up and catch up with the other members of your team. For Lapras' moveset, I would go with Surf and Ice Beam for stab, Psychic for coverage against fighting types, and Thunderbolt for coverage against any water types that you might encounter when you're using Lapras. And there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if this information was helpful, and let me know down in the comment section below if you think that you can come up with your own best team for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Also, guys, be sure to stay around this channel for a while, because in the next few days, I'm going to be uploading me sending 100 DMs to celebrities on Instagram. I've done about 30 or 40 by now, I think. But still, it is going pretty well. I have been action blocked a few times, but the video is going really well. So it should be uploaded in the next few days, so keep an eye out for it. If you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, share this video with a friend, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. It's been Inferno today. Okay, that's all from me, so till the next time, this is Infernape, signing off. Bye!